Welcome back, y'all. Happy Leo season. Happy birthday to the Leos. We made it out of Cancer season, y'all. The moon is in Cancer. But not for too long. Excuse me. We have this new moon. I believe it's a new moon in Leo. It's Mercury retrograde. It's retrograde season. It's hella retrogrades happening right now. Reevaluate your life. Reevaluate where you have been small, where you have, for survival, right? Played small. Don't enjoy being, I guess that's what y'all want. Don't enjoy being in the forefront, where you use humility as a way of not reaching your maximum potential, right? Where you've had to hide your joy, protect your inner child, lock up your inner child far, far away, where you have not engaged in play, engaged in deep belly laughs, in being seen and enjoying being seen. This is no longer the season of that. Mercury is in Leo. This new moon in Leo is asking you to allow yourself to be experienced by the world, by yourself, by the people that you love. Hell, I'm even reading myself. Where you choose to be behind the scenes, you probably know more than the people that are in the forefront. Especially us, right? Yeah, be your biggest cheerleader. Period. Okay, so that was for a couple of somebodies. I feel like Tarot by Manzel is a very Leo deck. It's nice, it's flashy, it's pretty. Got all these colors, it's big, it's bold. Unapologetically black. Love that. Love it. And for those who have issues with rest, please rest. Out here looking like this because you refuse to sleep, refuse to be still. Out here asking all these questions, trying to find out all these answers. Wow. Just real fast. Real fast. This is crazy. You're not asking the right questions because you're not sitting and listening long enough to receive your blessings. Out here stressing yourself out because you're tired, exhausted, worried about what other people think, worrying about old shit that doesn't matter. Stop. Stop. You the one stressing your own stuff out. Spirit can't even give you an answer because you're busy spiraling. Or they are chatty today. But when you listen, new material beginnings are possible. If you've been unhappy for a while or haven't felt in tune, alive, connected, change is coming, but only if you allow yourself to, right? Only if you can go cry at your altars, y'all. Go talk to spirit. Add some. They dry. They're dry. There ain't no food on that altar. It done gathered dust. They thirsty. You are in a season, if you have not been joyful. The world, we know what the world got going on, right? So, shit so bad, just go after your dreams at this point. Why live a small ass life? Time gonna pass. Structures will fall apart. Might as well do the shit you want to do today. All right? Okay. They're chatting too much. I'm like, can you see these? Oh, let me move this forward. Good old pyrite. Very much a Leo season situation. I'm gonna pull one card for each. Oh, that's the one I said to take out. All right, we got the guidebook over here. Don't get any more Leo season than the strength card, y'all. You have the power and the ability to really make life what you desire it to be. And that's not ignoring the oppressive systems that we exist in. But as a spiritual person, right? Do you believe that you can get through the things that you are struggling through and that you are worthy of doing so? Strength card usually says like being able to tame the lion, but as somebody of the diaspora, why tame the lion when they can be your companion? Period. Okay. I'm gonna do, what is this deck again? The Rising, the African Goddess Rising. Okay. Another thing about being seen, there is a level of vulnerability there, right? And some people will put you on a pedestal you didn't ask them to put you on. But that's also a them problem. It's a worthiness problem, right? Somebody, if you got a random hater, that's a them issue. That they're over here, well, thanks that you think that I am better than you. I didn't say it. You did with your actions. So all of these fears around being seen and judged, and honestly, who gives a fuck, y'all? Like, I'm at an age that I don't care, bro. None of those people are there when shit really get hard. They're not helping you do a damn thing. And really and truly, a lot of those people, if they went and disappeared right now, popped into a whole other universe, they wouldn't even be missed. So why in the hell are you worried about what other people feel or think about you? All you can do is your best. Think bigger, dream harder, desire more, because you can. Think. Okay. So, I got Manzel Tarot, African Goddess Rising guidebook, and this is card number 1, right here, the orange calcite. 2222, maybe an angel number for you. The pyrite. Also forthcoming in the Leo season collection that is exclusive to the inner circle. My shop is closed for Mercury retrograde season, but the inner circle is basically exclusive access to my website, a specific page that allows you to peruse the things. So I'll be posting different things in there, collections. I have some tips available that's not available to everybody. Probably some readings. There is another moon reading that I'll probably be doing an extended for, and things of that nature. So if you want to pull up, the link for the inner circle will be in the description box. Also, this is the third, which is yellow cat's eye. And so as you choose, right? Other things. Inner circle, you'll probably get emails from me. And it's for the month. It's from 7/20 to like around 8/20, August 20th. Cause like I still want to do stuff for astrolyszics.com, but maybe not privy to full public. It's just for those who are interested in communing with crystals and myself. And so, yeah, if you're interested, holla at your girl. And I had something else. There's also going to be a Kickstarter in the comment box. So if you're interested in Black women in fantasy, writing a comic, we are still halfway, a little over halfway, and the Kickstarter ends in 4 days and $10,000 is missing. You know what I'm saying? So if you're interested in the arts, if you're looking to better your Leo energy, be a patron of the arts. That's how that works. That's one way to do it. So, all of that will be in the description box, y'all. Let's begin with card number 1. And then I'll be doing clarifications with my mermaid tarot deck. Yeah, we'll see. That's what I think the vibe is going to be. Queen of Swords. So if you didn't listen to me in the beginning, go back. There's a message for you. Because this card came out earlier. So we have the Queen of Swords that is beckoning, right? Beckoning spirit, petitioning spirit, maybe her loyal subjects. We can't see what really is going on, right? And so the Queen of Swords is letting people know what it is, but also looks like an invitation. So where do you reign in your own personal thoughts? Are you reigning in your personal thoughts? Where is that? I'm going to read Menzel's Truth and Justice. I don't make none of this up. This Mercury retrograde might reveal some truths that you were not necessarily aware of. And this was in the reverse. The Queen is ready to cut away anything that no longer serves gracefulness. The Queen of Swords sits on a throne decorated with a cherub. Let's move this out the way. Representing the Queen's softer side, and butterflies representing transformation. I see it here. So right here is what's being mentioned. The butterflies, the cherub. I love that. I wouldn't have noticed that. She faces towards the future with her left hand raised as if to receive, and in her right hand she holds a sword up high and straight, representing her desire to find the truth in all matters. As with the earlier Swords Court cards, clouds accumulate in the sky and a strong wind that passes through trees, symbolizing the ongoing nature of change. You are in a transitional season, which is what I said earlier. What are you willing to... Demand is not necessarily the word that I'm looking for. Declare about yourself, about your life. What will you speak life into? What will you speak into your life? There are a couple of things happening here. There might be a lot of people talking and not saying nothing. Discern. If you've been blinded by light, right, by somebody else's light because you feel less than, or like they're whatever it is, where it puts you, anyone on a pedestal is below you, right? Not below you. You're below them. So don't put people on pedestals. That's all I have for that. Okay. So we have Noonday, truth. Literally, you're able to see her reflection. It looks like a Gemini card. It's a double card, right? Like her hair is exactly the same. Yeah. But it's more, it feels more luscious looking into the reflection. May you see yourself in that light. Cause in the reverse, I see why it was reversed. In the reverse, that's your truth. It gives the Empress energy of being abundant, of being capable, of having everything that you need. Have you been grateful lately? Even with the smallest things, right? Leo rules the heart. And sometimes it's easier to see the glass half empty than it is to see it full. All right, number 34, which turns into a 7. And then I'll tell you about the crystal because I see that I jumped right in. Benin, goddess of truth, Noonday. The bold, outspoken wife of Benin Loa, Legba, literally, was feeling neglected by her husband. Even with several wives, his head easily turned. So Noonday lived her truth, took her own lover, and became her own best friend. Get real. What is your truth? Truth-telling matters. Being able to hear the truth matters just as much. And receiving it, right? Because you could hear something, but are you listening? And are you moving accordingly? Because just because we know the truth doesn't necessarily mean we're moving accordingly. Embodiment. Tell the truth. Each person has their own version. Speak yours. Words have impact. Remember that we all have triggers. Think before you speak and listen with compassion. Be gentle and stay calm in truth-telling conversations. Because if you're not calm and you say a truth through rage or through whatever, in a charged up manner, how much of it is truth and how much of it is a dagger that you are piercing somebody with, right? Sometimes you got to tell people about themselves. I'm not saying you don't. Sometimes people need to be cussed out today, but this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about if you're being vulnerable, right, with somebody that you care about, are we both listening to each other? Does the other person have the capacity? Do you have the capacity, right? And if you don't, you could say that. Just say that. But having anyone come into the space and be like, I'm just telling my truth, and they just stabbed you in your chest with something you were vulnerable with, reevaluate your loyalties. Goddess declaration, the truth is my friend. The truth is my friend, but not at your expense, okay? Sometimes the truth is being honest to yourself and realizing you got to get to step. You don't got to tell everybody everything. Oversharing is not truth. It's another way to hide. So, orange calcite, sacral chakra, right? which is this is your creative energy, this is your sexual energy. This is, it's not necessarily yellow, but it is the energy of creation. And so there is an invitation to create the world that you desire. If you're a writer, if you're creative of some kind, get to work. This is the time we get to work, when everything is falling apart. Okay? If you're not considering yourself a creative, which I think is a lie, but hey, enjoy, and again, be a patron of the arts. I mentioned a Kickstarter at the beginning. If you like fantasy, if you like Black women writers, support the Kickstarter. These are also ways of appeasing the Leo in your chart. So strengthening the sun, strengthening your creative center. Just ideas. And you don't have to, right? Nothing around here is forced. But it is an invitation with engaging with play, arts, sexual enjoyment, as long as you are safe and everyone's safe, right? Inner child healing, inner child play, listening to your inner child, going to just do something because you want to. Card number 2. Wow, I love this. So we'll see, but I have a feeling card number 1 might be part of your reading. So we have pyrite, right? Fool's gold, which not necessarily, because they found gold in it. Small traces, but there's still a little gold in there. So pyrite, this is where I say protect your inner child, right? Maybe you didn't engage in play, or you take life very seriously, or everything has to make you money. You ain't got no hobbies. Not a one. Girl. And that's, I mean, for everybody. That's not just, everybody's welcome. Men, women, y'all, everybody. But if you have taken life too seriously, you're losing the plot. Literally letting the systems that have been ruining everything take over and win. It's summertime. And if you are not a student, then it don't feel like nothing to you. You got to make something out of it, okay? 6 of Wands. Listen. After difficulties, after hard times, after feeling like I have had to fight all my life, joy comes in. Will you choose it? Will you engage in celebrating your wins? Especially after a hard time, it's hard for folks to celebrate their wins. That's a choice we have to make. That's part of adulting. Part of adulting is choosing joy. Actively finding joy, the glimmers in things. That's what keeps you going. Okay? This is success, but it's not a success that was given to you. It's a success that you fought for. So if anyone is like, oh, you're just lucky. No, actually, I worked really hard to be here. I've been through a lot to be in this space. I'm not lucky. I'm good at what I do. I'm persistent. I'm audacious. That's why I'm here. My desire for self-preservation is so strong that where's that music playing? Got sidetracked. But that I persevered. Okay. So we have creativity. This is where I feel like part of card number 1. If you were in between 1 and 2, then check out 1. If you weren't, then maybe you could skip it. So 7 sisters. That already sounds like a crazy time, but it can be a good time. Oh, this is the wrong book. Oh, let's read the 6 of Wands here. 9, 8. The 6 of Wands tarot card depicts a man who is currently wearing a wreath of victory around his head. He's depicted riding a horse through a crowd of people who are cheering. The horse is white, which is a well-known symbol for strength, purity, as well as success. Also a connection to spirit or preparing for spiritual practice or homegoings. The crowd is there to show the public's recognition for the achievement of the man riding the horse. The wand that the man is carrying also has a wreath, which is tied to in an attempt to further emphasize his success. The man is not afraid or shy about all this attention, but rather proud with his accomplishments. To this, the crowd around him reacts with cheerfulness and enthusiasm. You can't see the crowd, right? There's like a homie on the side. And, you know, homeboy looks like, I'm proud of what I've done, but damn, this shit was hard. Satisfaction. That's what that feels and looks like. So even if nobody is cheering for you, cheer for yourself. You have been through a lot and you are still here. And we're glad for it. The world is better for it. Anyone who goes missing in this life, it's a missing frequency that keeps the world together. So let's read the 7 sisters. Is 12 its own thing? I don't know, but it does turn into a 3. And of course I ended with a 3. Why did I end up here? Protect your magic. Your heart is your own. Your body is your own. Your mind is yours. Your truth and story are your own. Be rooted in your truth. Create healthy boundaries. That wasn't even the card that I was looking for, but it turns into a 3. So guess 3 is the magic number. Word to Jill Scott. Okay. New Orleans, the 7 sisters, creativity. The 7 sisters were a mystical Nolans family of identical master physics and conjure women who never aged. But were they? Were the 7 sisters one shape-shifting women or 7? Woman or 7? Time will never tell. Create, create, create. You feel the call. Why aren't you answering? Your blood remembers. You come from conjurers and creators. Use your gifts to multiply your magic, but protect yourself, y'all. You are a cosmic creatrix and creative force. You are a divine nation within one person. How creative do you allow yourself to be? Break out of your comfort zone and into your creative fertility. You have the power that creates planets. So yes, you are creative. No one else's opinion matters here. Let your inner child play to awaken your creativity. Creating is birthing, is manifesting. Goddess declaration, I am a creative visionary. The end, y'all, because didn't I start with this? But definitely protect yourself. Not everybody needs to know what you're creating. Not everyone needs to be privy to your creative spaces or what you have going on. I heard move in silence like the G in lasagna. You know who the fuck to tell what to and who not to. And if you so happen to be like excited about an idea and you tell somebody And after you tell them, you feel like, listen to that feeling. Don't try twice with that person. Because not everybody likes the light. And that's just a reality. Okay. So pyrite, return to sender energy, abundance energy, creative energy, resplendence. Card number 3. I'm getting tired, yo. I'll probably have to close out the space. You know, sometimes I'd be just jumping in. All right. Oh, so cat's eye is actually a man-made stone, but it's always fascinating because it does give like the energy, and it has its own properties, right? Like it doesn't come from the earth, but there are intentions and things that can be placed into anything that is a vessel. Cat's eye is protective, and it's protective of the inner child. So if you were in between card number 2 and 3, go listen to card number 2. Go listen to card number 2 after this. So cat's eye is an intuitive, it amplifies the sight, basically, for those who get that. But it's also yellow cat's eye, so confidence, your inner child, play, the helping and amplification of becoming the sun and allowing yourself to experience and be experienced. And that's any yellow, really, right? The parts of cat's eye is that intuitive, like thinking of a cat on the sight and the intuitive understanding of things. But because it's yellow, it connects to the part of you that's the belly. Period. Oh, I'm gonna lay down after this. I'm sorry. Well, shit. That's interesting. The Devil card, which is interesting because I had a message in the beginning. So if you didn't listen to that message, go back and listen to that message. I thought I was going to clarify with that one, but nope. We need the big guns. Of course, the one that I'm most tired. All right. So, strength card. Devil card. Well, strength card. I saw it in the bottom. Go back to the beginning. I have a message for you. The Devil card is twofold. Because the Devil card could be a good time, but like very much giving good time, not long time, right? Overstaying your welcome until now you hate the time that you're in. So, but the other side to the Devil is being stuck in a commitment, a curse. I don't know why that came up. You need to talk to a curandero or a spiritual somebody. Cords, agreements, and not knowing how to get the fuck. Right? But with the combination of feeling safe and the Devil card, sometimes people don't realize that what they think they're doing is going to work. That's very strange. I don't need to talk about that. But it won't. and they don't realize how powerful you really are. It might end up backfiring on them. That's for somebody very specific. However, curiosity and feeling like there is a thread between you and other people, the people that are obsessed with the idea of a twin flame, obsessed with the idea of I don't know what the other shit is, but like, don't try to make a square peg fit in a circle. Let's get clarification, because then I'll get to Tituba. The strength card is definitely staring at me, so if you've been finding yourself caught up between the two, whatever that entails, it could be dudes, homeboys. Bring out your homeboys. Having multiple people at once, multiple opportunities at once. Sometimes all money is not good money. All poom poom is not good poom poom. Even if it's good poom poom, you might be caught up. Good things are coming to you. Ooh, good things are coming to you. However, if it's asking you to make certain sacrifices that you are not willing to make, is it really a good opportunity? Right? This is an amazing spread. This is a money spread, okay? Right here. However, what are you willing to give up? Maybe it's the bullshit that keeps you stuck. Maybe it's the stagnancy you have gotten comfortable with. So the devil, overindulgence in material things, negative energy. It's a long one, y'all. Strap in. The devil card shows Baphomet, or the horned goat of Mendi, is a creature that is half man, half goat. I mean, unless you're a Capricorn, that's also a thing. That's also a thing. The devil sometimes just be talking about Capricorn, and y'all being hard-headed and overly focused on goals that sometimes don't even fucking matter. Like, have you lived today? Did he have a meal? Have you laughed today? Have you loved today? Have you been loved today? Those are the half full cups that sometimes go ignored, unanswered, minimized, because sometimes people worry about what's not there. Don't let capitalism win. And that's, bring your homeboys, because I'm talking to some of y'all homeboys. I don't know why they're not subscribed to my channel by now, but hey. Baphomet originally represented the balance between good and evil, male and female, human and animal. However, this figure has been linked to the occult and has become a scapegoat for all things considered evil. The devil has the wings of a vampire bat, an animal that sucks the lifeblood energy out of its prey, or a chupacabra. Has a hypnotic stare. Oh, symbolic of what happens when you give into your raw desires. Before we do too much, there is nothing wrong with your raw desires, but when it includes other people, there's always a give or take. Or things. I don't know. Other spirits. I don't know what y'all doing out there. Has a hypnotic stare which magnetizes and entrances those who come near him, bringing them under his power. Above him is an inverted pentagram. Hold on. Oh, right here. A sign of the darker side of magic and occultism. We gotta understand, if we're doing any kind of occultism, spiritual practice, there is always a give and take. He raises his right hand in a Jewish blessing. I'm learning all kinds of stuff. In his in his left hand, he holds a torch. This is probably freaking some of y'all out, but I promise you it'll be all right. I know all this, so we're learning. At the foot of the devil stand a man and a woman, both chained to the podium on which the devil sits. They appear to be held there against their will. All right, let's get into it. But look closer, and you will notice that the chains around their necks are loose and could be easily removed. Each has small horns. That's why I would be like, call your homeboy. His horn's bigger, I'm just saying. A sign that they're becoming increasingly like him the longer they stay there. Both have tails. One has a fire tail, and the other one has like a thing right there. A further symbol of their animalistic tendencies and raw instincts, and the grapes and the fire on their respective tails signify pleasure and lust. Well, shit. There is nothing wrong with pleasure. There is nothing wrong with lust. What you do with it, right? Especially if it's used for a form of escapism or power dynamics. I'm especially talking to cis men right now. And not in a way that is fully consensual. Y'all going to hell. Period. But also, too much focus on things that bring raw pleasure, but there is no inner calibration satisfaction. There's no filling of the cup. It's just this empty well that just breeds the desire for more, will have you caught up. Deadass. So, wow, there's a lot happening. I need one more card, y'all. Probably need to read Tituba at this point. Wow. There's just so many stories at the same time happening. Okay. You've been doing the same thing for a while. And it has led you here. You need a new perspective. Try something different. Let's say, for example, you have desired, let's talk about relationships. You've had sneaky links for a while now, and you're tired of having sneaky links. But you're going at it the same way. You meet somebody new, you talk to them the same way, have you met yourself as deeply as you desire to meet somebody else? That may be therapy. That may be starting to say that you love your friends, starting to hug your friends, starting to do mirror work. You are stuck in a place, but they're asking you to have a different perspective. You're not still or forced to be still because you've been a terrible person. But it's because if you don't stop now, because there's probably a layer of arrogance or a layer of emotional human disconnect and dehumanization of self, either by overworking, overly focused on just smashing everybody, whatever your avarice is, right? You're gonna be caught up. And now is your decision to say, how do I humanize myself? Leo season rules the heart. Everything can't be about external bullshit. the negative stereotype of Leo, of like, oh, they always want attention and blah blah blah, is usually because you have learned that love and receiving care and receiving respect and receiving loyalty comes from what you have, comes from being a performer in your life. That is not true. Unless it's like your vocation, your job to be a performer. But when you get off the stage, when do you get off the stage and become you? It's very much like, who are you when no one is looking? When you make that decision to really sit with yourself and realize, I'm trying to fill myself through all these other things, and that's just not how it's done. It's a whole thing, y'all. I hope this hitting for somebody, but like, you know better. And if you don't feel like you know better, you will, especially by the end of this. If you have had people ringing your line that haven't ringed your line and you didn't want them ringing your line and you answering, why are you answering? Is that all you were worthy of? If you said yes, ask yourself why. You're worthy of so little. And why they ain't blocked, that's a whole other story. Okay. Let's read Tituba, because like, good shit want to come in. Why are you the door that is not willing to open? Also, all that glitters ain't gold. Tituba is number 4. 4 is a number of protection. I'd also say look up the number 4. Goddess of feeling safe. Check out Tituba, which is literally the Empress. That's who you are. And that's, doesn't, you've been giving too much. It's receiving season. You see the Empress? Check out the Empress. You see the similarities here? Yeah. Great ancestress Tituba was an enslaved Caribbean woman who was the first person accused in the 1692 Salem witch trials. She was most likely kidnapped from the Guyana region in South America and then sold through a Barbados plantation. It is finally safe to be you. You have wandered through a dark night. Your trip has been long. There is light ahead. Your liberation is apparent. Just because you feel like you are stuck does not mean that you are. It's sometimes you've been moving so quickly through life and like, all right, I'm just moving through the hardships of life that you haven't allowed yourself to fall apart a little bit. To be like, shit, that was hard. To be like, goddamn, that made me feel lonely. That disappointed me. Another part to the devil is still it's dehumanization, but it's logicizing. I don't even know that's a word, but you know what I mean. So deeply your emotions that you turn them off. The grief is beating your ass, friends. It's okay to grieve. Life is hard. It's a series of death and rebirths. Wear your white. Do a ritual. Have a home going. Sometimes a new moon, yes, you plant the seed, but it's also celebrating that the sun rose again. You were the sun. You deserve embodiment. You deserve to feel secure. Feeling safe is knowing that your basic needs are met. Feeling safe is feeling at home in your body. Feeling safe is trusting your journey. Feeling safe is feeling free around those you love. Include yourself. You might need to express yourself too. Feeling safe is trusting that the sun will rise again. I promise you I didn't read it in here. If you grew up emotionally, spiritually, or physically unsafe, or all of the above, reset your default expectations to a healthier vibration. What you were told is not your truth. Goddess declaration. That is still for the homeboys. I want you to know that. It is safe to be safe. You are moving and you are desiring a season of feeling nourished. Being in a performance and proving that you are worthy of love, you can't be nourished. You gotta come as yourself, y'all. And when you come as yourself, people will give. If you ask the right people, not everybody, you will receive. And sometimes it's not actual people that you're asking for. It's asking your spirit team. It's connecting to a spirit team. It's connecting to the people that you know that you can connect with and be like, I don't got it. I haven't had it for a long time. I feel disconnected. Calling your best friend up and being like, damn, bruh, shit ain't right now. Can you pull up? And realizing hanging out with some of your favorite people that maybe you haven't even allowed yourselves to be in this space together, it provides a deeper level of humanization for both of us, right? Like, as friends, we don't want to find out after you went through something that you went through something. Because I'm gonna wish I wanted to be there for you. You didn't give me that chance. Give the people that you care about, that care about you, and have proven so, a time, an opportunity to nourish you. Sometimes it's a mutual nourishment. Baby, you are so abundant and you're so powerful, amazing. Everything you need will come. The difficulties, the hardships, the belief that this is all you can have, all that you can experience is stopping from this coming. It's time to open up the doors and let the sun in. Whew, that was a reading, y'all. I hope that resonated with somebody. It feels like it was for a couple of different people. This Leo season, go hug on your inner child. Go find pictures of little you and talk to little you and see what they're saying and see what you would say to little you. I bet they'd be proud. They'd be amazed. Even if you're not as far as adult you wants to be, it doesn't mean little you wouldn't be in awe. I will see y'all again. I am tired. We are closing out this sacred space. I'm gathering myself back and disconnecting from y'all. Good luck, everybody. Again, if you are interested in joining the inner circle for some of the collection items for Leo season to amplify the very energy that we need, right? I know I'm probably do a little over myself with the selenite, burn some herbs, burn some incense, recalibrate, rest. But also rest can be having fun. And if there's anything that you can't do for whatever reasons, sitting out in the sun is also useful. I will see y'all again.